Where we going with this episode again?
So look, last time we talked about just the frustration of trying to get the right help and timely and all that other stuff. So then I left off saying like the crypto market had me bent out of shape today. I mean, this week, as well as like, just real estate and some other stuff. So a little background. I recently heard of, this is not financial advice. Don't call me with your lawyer or nobody saying, I did what you said. Shut up.
You are experiencing the Learned on Accident podcast. Listen, laugh, and learn on accident with Kolmus and Johanse.
Man, can I talk now?
You can talk now. It's always on record started. We're a whole new episode.
This is Kolmus, a.k.a. Kakarot, and my Goku name is Rome. I'm here kicking it with Y.A. Salamu.
Come on, man. Johanse Salimu. My name is Johanse. Rhymes with Beyonce, starts with a Y. Johanse.
Boy, aren't you on saying? No, I'm just playing. Anyways, so
people do try to call me YA though. I'm like, I'm not YA. That's just the author name on the book because you about to. It's like when you read that name, you're like, wait, YA. That's because you don't know me. When you read the book, you're like, this is Johanse. Rise with Beyonce starts from where? Like, yes, now you know your boy. But anyway, let's kick off. Where we going with this episode again?
So look, last time we talked about just the frustration of trying to get the right help and timely and all that other stuff. So then I left off saying like the crypto market had me bent out of shape today. I mean, this week, as well as like, just real estate and some other stuff. So a little background. I recently heard of, this is not financial advice. Don't call me with your lawyer or nobody saying, I did what you said. Shut up. So
we don't have a disclaimer in the beginning thing. Like, yeah. Shoot.
So I heard about this coin called Safemoon. And we all know Dogecoin kind of went dummy the last week and a half or so. And I'm all like, I've always been trying to keep my ear to the street for the next Bitcoin type deal. Long story short, I finally get into Safemoon. And that took like 3 or 4 days because you have to jump through hula hoops because it's so new. Then
hold on 1 second, dial, because you done passed me up too. You got into the Sailor Moon? Like, what was you doing right out of it? We don't look. I don't know if they understand, but your boy doesn't get it. I don't trade that. I don't trade a lot of things you trade. We may both do trading, but I don't trade that. So hit me up with the Sailor Moon stuff. You got half the moon. And what do you do? Let me
give y'all the rundown. Johanse trades safe. I do what Johanse does. Like my ultimate goal is to do what Johanse does. But I also had money in cryptos like throughout the years on some like, well, I guess. And it ended up, like working. So like, long story short, I have some trusted places where I get some crypto information from. There's this coin called Safemoon. It's literally at like 6 decimals of a cent. Like there's 6 zeros in there before the number. And they saw like 3,000% growth in 2 weeks to where like if you put $100 in, you almost a millionaire type stuff. So I was all like, all right. And the way that it works is this thing called Tokenomics. It's laid out pretty well. It's pretty cool. Go research it.
There's the one named Sailor Moon. All right, continue.
So like the problem with it is normally like with Bitcoin and other popular cryptos, you can just go on Coinbase, buy it, cool, do your thing. Safemoon is so new. You have to like buy Bitcoin, transfer it to a wallet, exchange Bitcoin into something called BNB. Then you have to take the BNB, send it over to Trust Wallet, send the BNB and switch it out for Smart Chain BNB, not just any other thing. Then the Smart Chain BNB you have to put on Pancake Swap to then buy Safemoon. So like the problem.
And then your boy understood.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. I followed you. You got to buy this to buy that, to buy this, to buy that, to buy this. And then finally like, hey, you got some of this.
Well, the thing is, that sounds good because I know how to explain things and make it sound simple. People in the world have a natural tendency to complicate, whether through tone or inflection, simple things. People are like, okay, so you have to, brrr. And I always thought like, essentially people, I'm gonna just make it easy for you. People said like, oh, you had to buy it on this one thing to one thing. The key is to get BNB. I don't care how you get BNB. You just need to get BNB to Trust Wallet. Now, if you have to go on Coinbase and buy Bitcoin to send somewhere else to convert to BNB, then to Trust Wallet, do that. But just know you have to get BNB to Trust Wallet to do anything. So I figured out.
I promise you, just like you might be, it's all going clear over my head. Don't get me wrong. I have crypto wallets that have $50 in it, but that's it. Like, and that's only when people hit me with the, you cannot pay with this until you use crypto, or we'll give you a huge discount. I'm like, cool. I might have $30 in Bitcoin in this wallet. Oh, here. But other than that, I don't understand it that well.
So, and here's the thing. I don't either. It's just like, okay, like with Dogecoin, I got in on it in February with like $44. And that flipped up to like $300 or something. I was just like, I was pissed because I was like, bro, if I would have even put, you know what I'm saying? FOMO. So then I said, all right, I got to start following my instincts because every coin I put in over the last 4 years, even though I dumped like petty cash, they all like flipped up. So now I'm at a point where I'm like, yo, I can't afford to miss the next wave because I don't want to be stressed out about this anymore. So one thing I did was I took the profits from other coins. I didn't put new money in. I think the most new money in I put was like 30. But my Bitcoin was up because I got in at like before it hit 50. So it was a little bit up. I took that, sent it over, experimented, and all this other stuff. So it was just frustrating, like listening to videos of people explain it complicatedly. The way they explained it, they didn't know how to explain details like, hey, crypto transfers aren't wire transfers. They're not instant. You know what I'm saying?
Why are they not instant?
Because it's crypto, like it's operating on a different server, like a blockchain. These wallets aren't like ordained or overseen by any federal government. It's just the computers. You know what I'm saying? There's billions of these transfers happening 24/7.
I thought computers happen to be at light speed, you know? So
here's the thing, bro. It goes through a lot of, it's not as simple of just US dollar to US dollar. It's, I promise you it's not. That's the most I can say. You can study it on your own. Literally, you're taking it from one wallet that's never heard of somebody, doesn't even know if you're real. So that could take a couple hours. Like for me to send over Bitcoin to one of these wallets took like 2 hours and I was pissed. Then like to convert it was another thing, yada, yada, yada. So finally I learned how to do it my way, which was way simpler. And I was like, should I make a YouTube video? And I was like, no, I don't, because.
Well, actually you might want to make a YouTube video. Here's why, right? If you did make a YouTube video to make it simpler, then you're not necessarily increasing demand, but you're making people who already had the demand, you're making it easier. And if you make it easier, more people go over to it, which for you will make your coin go up, right? Well, the thing unless you're trying to throw everything in there and grab all the coin for yourself.
No. So the cool thing, the coin's going up because like they're the number 2 or number 3 most searched coin in the world or something like that. 2, it's already viral. Like people are on it because like the way Doge went up, people started looking for the next Doge and that kind of came up. But anyways,
I don't understand why people keep jumping from currency to currency. I thought the whole thing.
That's why I stopped at this one. I was like, bro, I got them spread through like the top ones plus this one, and that's it. Like anything more than this, I'm a full-time gambler, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I'm more so into the whole like you can use and transact without being traced by different sources. But at the same time, I'm also one of those people who I've sort of given up. Like, I don't mean. But for me, I mean, it's easier to give up. Like, oh, they already have my social. Like the government. Oh, the government's watching you. Like, well, the government has everything on me, dude. Like, I was a pilot in the Air Force for a while. Like, I did all like the things that I've done that I can't even talk about because my security clearance. And I'm like, wait, I'm trying to think that I can do something and they won't know. Like, I'm gotten. Everybody else isn't gotten. And so if they want to do all these extra different measures, sure, but. That's the only value I really see in it. As far as an investment vehicle and to find the next Tulip Mania or the next Bitcoin thing, I'm more about consistency that I can measure, which, by the way, are other little trading ventures that we haven't talked about yet. I made a pretty significant amount of money this week. We got to get back into.
Man, Monday's going to be a good day. Call me and tell me what to do. Am I still
Hey, listen. First of all, you're in a very good position.
Okay, cool. That's all I care about. Don't explain that.
Monday is going to be a very lucrative day for you when the market opens up. So you'll be good.
Well, so exactly like you said, with the whole trading thing, gosh, dang, I did make some money today. Ooh. So my whole
stop checking the numbers right now.
No, I forgot about this Fidelity account.
Stop checking the numbers.
So the thing is, overall, with the crypto thing, I was just all like, I'm one of those people that like, you know, God will bless me to hear whispers on good deals. And if I don't take them, I can remember exactly how many times I had the opportunity. And that's the multiplier for pain I'll feel. With Bitcoin, I first heard about it when it was at $1,500, $1,500. I put $20 in it, never blinked. All of a sudden, it's worth $60,000. I had the money at the time to really drop 500 in there. Anyways, long story short, the whole Safemoon thing is like super legit. The tokenomics of it, I really implore everyone to go check it out. It works like, supply and demand and value. If this thing prints unlimited of itself, then it kind of becomes worthless over time. You know what I'm saying? Or it can't.
What do you feel about the because people mention this from time to time, and it's socially responsible investing. Do you feel that what you're investing in with that Dogecoin or whatever, do you feel like it's a socially responsible investment?
Oh, Dogecoin was made as a joke that just popped off. So yeah, definitely socially responsible.
I mean, what makes investment socially responsible?
So like, okay, it doesn't go into like human trafficking, rape, the destruction of a community, like drugs, something like that. Like that would be like, okay, Tony Stark, in Iron Man 1, he used to just be like, yo, money is money. Then he was like, I'm no longer doing weapons because I don't want to be a part of the bloodshed. You get me? I don't invest in nicotine.
Okay.
So with Dogecoin was made as a joke and it just ended up popping off. Safemoon is kind of cool because let's say anytime people try and get in on dips and highs and all that. Anytime somebody sells Safemoon, they're taxed at 10% of their sale in that coin. 5% goes back to the holders, and then the other 5% I think goes to liquidity and is burned. So as people sell, if you're holding on, you'll naturally get interest accruing in that coin for free. So the tokenomics of it are like revolutionary. I've
never heard that word before today. The tokenomics.
Literally, I just heard it's good 3 or 4 days ago, and you can see I've watched many hours of videos explaining it. But the thing is like it's Dogecoin. If you got in like 3 months ago, you're a millionaire because it was, I think, 4 decimal points away from being a cent. And Safemoon is right now 5 or 6 zeros, but they just collapsed on 2 of them or 1 of them. So it's like a really good time to get in because it's like, bro, this thing's going to blow up. No way. My whole goal is I'm one of those people that knows how to take jackpots and turn them into long-term plays. Like I would literally take money from all this crypto stuff and put it into a dividend account that's going to pay me monthly. Then I would take another chunk and put it into options trading because like we all just said, like in Hansen,
we didn't even mention the name of it. You just gone ahead and dropped it.
What?
Yeah, we didn't even mention that it was options trading. You just went ahead and dropped. Well, they're gonna know anyway because we're gonna continue to share all the strategies.
I'm flowing. This is us talking. Anyway, my whole goal is I would take all the money I made from that and put, not all of it, but a lot of money and put it into those because those are passive incomes to where it's all like, okay, now I have enough capital coming in to pay my bills, my lifestyle, to where I can spend more money learning about this or just doing other business ventures. You feel me?
There's never gonna be an end to learning, dude. Like
no, but that's the thing. You don't want to always have to sacrifice learning time with having to go manually work for money.
Yeah, this is true.
So it's like, bro, if I got money coming in, then it's all like, okay, if we hit a new thing that we need to hop on, I'm like, yo, Hansa, I'm flying out to where you're at, and we finna just, You
can say that I live in Florida. There's nothing wrong with saying he lives in Cali. I live in Florida.
I'm extra secretive. We don't dry snitch over here.
Extra secretive. Well, they'll know what state you're in. That's easy. Boom, boom.
My thing is all like I could just be like, yo, Johannes, I just, like with the ClickFunnels thing, like if I could have flown out 2 weeks ago and spent time, we could have knocked this out. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like we need to free up our time with income so that we're able to capitalize on new ideas.
Yeah. I fully understand these ventures and what we're going on. I'm just saying, like every time I tell someone, hey, this is the new business book I'm reading, this is the new person that I'm following and trying to understand their online courses, I always get hit with, oh, follow this person too. They're a genius. You really don't want to miss out on what they're teaching you. Every time that you don't listen to what they're saying, you are losing money. And there's a million podcasts and books and amounts of information. The biggest piece for me is finding someone that I can trust.
Right.
Because if I just had the intellect and and the wherewithal to do some of these things, but I didn't have the character behind it, I'd sound just like all the rest of these scammers out here. Exactly. There's so many of them. But I wanted to follow someone who had compassion in their heart, who had character, who really wanted to not just get successful and make money for the sake of making money, but who had purpose behind what they wanted to do. When I found that in Russell Brunson, I was like, okay, let's fully run after it. And as people tell me like, hey, there are other programs that do similar things that maybe not do it as well, but they do this thing or that thing. And I'm like, hey, I really want to get on board with the right people. And I feel like I'm there right now. And you listen to this podcast, I hope you feel that way, because we're just going to be dropping gems, having normal conversation, entrepreneur to entrepreneur. And we're also, I don't want to miss this piece. We're also going to be inviting many guests to come onto the podcast and to speak about a litany of different things. We might not get too far into any taboo subjects, and we might really stay on the whole motivational piece and entrepreneurship and just positive talk. But when we get those types of guests that really want to dive into something less table talk, we'll still be ready to do some of that stuff. But as of now, we're keeping it kosher. You don't hear us cussing a lot. You don't hear us popping off about
y'all gonna have to subscribe to our Patreon if you want to hear us raw live. Okay, that's what that's gonna be. This is the kid version. If you want, like, what do they sound like when they're talking to each other? Like, I rolled out of bed and called him. Patreon. We're gonna have that ready for y'all in a second. But to add on,
that's gonna be scary, because me with no filter is.
That's why they gotta pay for it. Pay-per-view for a reason. You know, you can't just get great movies on the Hallmark Channel. You gotta pay for it. But to add on to what you just said about finding somebody you can trust, it's not even so much that I trust you. I just need to know that your method of making money has to rely on me also making money efficiently and learning information. Like, I don't want to.
I can't have you. And I don't know. You can't say stuff like this. Can you not say their names? We saying Russell's name, but we saying positive things. When you say negative things, can you not say screw it? Kiyosaki's Rich Dad Poor Dad. Oh. Great book. Phenomenal. Right? Phenomenal book. Great for getting people on the right path of understanding things. But he tends to seem to me to be one of those people that makes a lot of his money off of courses that teach as opposed to doing the thing that he is teaching. And I can't vibe with that, because as much as I want to teach and educate other people to be able to do the same thing under me, and not just under me, but for themselves, like on their own, I can't vibe with somebody who's showing me a strategy that worked yesterday so that they can make money today.
No, and that's 100% I agree. Like, I don't like people that show you how, that give you fish and then you pay them for that fish versus teaching you how to fish. Like, yeah, bro, don't tell me, oh, well, you know, just do this, and this, and you'll get it. Nah, how are you getting it?
Yeah. And if they're like, well, I'm getting it because, 20 years ago, I established this. And now I write these books and I teach these giant seminars where I go over the principles. And they're like, well, does that technique right there in the book still work? You're like, well, there's some massaging to it. It's like, no. If it does work, people are reluctant to teach you some of their strategies for fear of competition.
Right.
And it's just true. Like, you have to catch somebody slipping up and telling you, or they really care about it so much, and there's just so much opportunity for others that they're like, hey, even if I had you do exactly the same thing that I'm doing, your personality and the specific person that you are and who you're going to attract to your platform is going to be night and day different for me. And you're not really competing against me. If anything, what you're offering is complementing what I'm offering, because people are starting to get familiar. The customers are starting to get familiar with having this type of presentation. And now they can see me with open arms and with love, as they know that I'm just trying to serve them. So if you come at it the right way, Gucci. If you come at it the wrong way, and you're one of those people who look like a scammer and you give the wrong vibes, I'm not with it. I'm gone. I'm like, hey, as fast as I might talk sometimes, I'm still one of the people. And if you can't talk to me like you one of the people and that you really care and you got something behind you besides a knife, because I ain't trying to get stabbed. Your boy avoids knives.
And that's the thing. I don't know if that's just from growing up in LA or just natural human skepticism, but I naturally just do not trust people that come with promises of anything. If you say, oh, I can show you how to do something fast, something, or la, 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 I instantly am just all like, you're a scammer.
Wait. But I do promise something with this podcast.
What?
I promise that you will learn something on accident.
Yep. 100%.
I'm cracking myself up. Yeah, I promise that you'll learn something on accident.
Yeah, no, and that's a for sure guarantee I can get behind. And why do we say that? Is because every time we talk, we learn something from each other on accidents, not planned.
Yeah. Like, even though you'll charge clients this much to do consulting or coaching with them, whenever I'm talking to people on that level, on that spectrum, I'm like, wait, we're both gaining here. I'm not losing for the opportunities before. I'm gaining for the opportunities like what we're doing right here, right now. So when I finally came to that realization, I was like, wait, we need to just turn this into a podcast and deliver this to others and share. You know, this is not just about us. It never has been. It never has been. But that's enough for this episode. Let's hit these guys up in another episode. Let's continue to grow. And what do you want to talk about for our next episode, man?
Man,
What do you think? What topic should we get into?
Shoot.
You know what? I'm gonna pick a topic. I will pick explaining more of the details of what we're talking about in the ClickFunnels as far as lead funnel, lead magnet, and what the ultimate goal and what the most important thing with all these sales funnels, ClickFunnels thing, like what are we actually trying to achieve? Because we haven't even gone over our big major goals. So let's do that in the next episode.
For sure.
All right, everybody. Deuces.
Deuce.